Throughout history, brave men and women have answered their nation's call to serve. Heroes who have put their life on the line for each other and our freedoms. These are their stories.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of American Heroes Outdoors. On this week's episode, we head back to Devil's Lake, North Dakota, to our home away from home at Woodland Resort. Woodland Resort is nestled right in the central flyway of North Dakota. And not only is it one of the best waterfowl hunting destinations in the nation, it's also home to one of the most amazing fisheries that the United States has to offer. From fishing throughout the summer for walleye, northern pike, to its perch populations in walleye in the wintertime, Devil's Lake is home to some truly amazing outdoors adventures. First, we head up to Grand Forks Scheels to surprise Ryan Wadlow. He's part of the Grand Forks County SWAT team, as well as being on the Grand Forks Police Department. He doesn't know we're coming, but we're going to take him on an all-inclusive duck hunt out at Woodland Resort. Since we're on the topic of Woodland Resort and all that the Devil's Lake region has to offer, we're going to head back out there for the annual Honor Our Heroes ice tournament that takes place every winter out of Woodland Resort. We're going to share the stories of two friends from the Devil's Lake region and hear a little bit about their experiences during the Vietnam War and how they're still fishing and hunting together today. So join us as we continue to share the stories of our nation's true heroes while helping them heal in the great outdoors.
American Heroes Outdoors is brought to you by Scheels, Disabled American Veterans of Minnesota, Smoky Hills Outdoor Store, Gate City Bank, Skeeter Boats and Yamaha Outboards, Yamaha Power Products, Woodland Resort, S&S Promotional Group, Wheelers Point Resort, and Ice Castle Fish Houses.
Well, we are at Scheels in Grand Forks, and we've been planning this for about a month, along with Grand Forks PD and Scheels, to do a surprise hunting giveaway for one of the Grand Forks police officers. He's also a veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan wars as a military police officer. And has served the community here in Grand Forks for a while now. And we surprised him with a hunting and fishing giveaway at Woodland Resort, right out of Devil's Lake there, and he had no idea. His family was there, the SWAT team was there, the police department, the local news. It was a lot of fun. We cheered and told him what was going on, and we're on our way out right now to Woodland to get ready to go hunting tomorrow. 2 minutes to shooting time. We're out here west Devil's Lake, North Dakota with Northern Flight Guide Service, and the mallards have been buzzing our decoys all morning. We're really waiting for 2 minutes until we can shoot, but there's ducks everywhere. It seems like, who knows, once shooting time comes, they'll all fly away, but this is a good spot. We got a great guide, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna start shooting any minute now.
Hunters know every time is a new adventure, and this was one of those. It's pretty cool.
So I'll be honest with you, this was the most ducks I've seen in one sitting this morning. I mean, granted, we didn't have them all come in to shooting distance, but I mean, it was an awesome experience being in the ground blind was cool. I mean, I've never seen something like that. I'm actually probably going to make myself one of those after seeing that. I mean, it's cheap, it was easy, it was very effective. So
our guide had the right energy. I liked it. He wanted to get us out there and get us going, and we're riding out there, and he stops before a little dip, and he's testing out the water, and there's snow and ice on it. And I decided I'd just stand off to the side while he took the four-wheeler through, and he ended up taking a different path than he originally was on, and I thought we were going to be pushing out a four-wheeler. It was pretty interesting, but he got through it. We threw all the stuff off, started setting things up.
Decoy hunting, I've done a little bit of it, but not to the extent. So to me, it's almost like training. You know, it's like this is how I become a better duck hunter. So it's awesome in that regard. And then, you know, to get ducks on the ground at the end of the day, I mean, that's even better.
It's not always the perfect conditions, but that's why it's called hunting and not killing, is you go out there and see what you can do. But I'm looking forward to this afternoon as well. It should be really good.
Stop in and let's talk fishing.
DAV of Minnesota Outdoor Program. The DAV of Minnesota, fulfilling the promises to the men and women who served. The healing powers of nature is vital for veterans when they can no longer get themselves into the outdoors or just don't have the resources to do so. DAV of Minnesota designs programs to bring veterans together in a natural setting. Visit davmn.org.
Hey everyone, Henry from Smoky Hills Outdoor Store, and we are open. We are being safe and careful about it, but we've had a ton of people contact us during the shutdown saying we want to go out and do something with our family, and a safe way to do it is in the brand new hottest model from Ice Castle, the Itasca ZR21. If you need help, we'll be here. You know the crew at Smoky Hills Outdoor Store will take care of you.
Prosperity is today's investment in tomorrow's promise, the promise of a better way of life. With every act of kindness, every act of creation, and with every act of love, we strengthen our community. And when we stand together as a community, we accomplish the impossible. We can choose to pass through life, or we can choose to pass on a better way of life.
You know, Devil's Lake is very unique in the fact that we are located smack dab in the center of the Prairie Pothole region. We have all this water, and if your crew was out the last couple of days, you saw, of course, we were having a wet fall, but Devil's Lake is blessed with just a massive mirage of prairie potholes, small lakes, of course, Devil's Lake proper, which is a big lake itself. These are all great roost areas and places for birds to be at. So not only do we grow and produce a lot of waterfowl in the lake region, we also are like a staging area for an awful lot of migratory birds as well. I've been a guide now for this is my 32nd season. One of the neat parts about being a guide is I get to meet people from all over the country. And then I get to see, you know, their reaction to our area and get a fresh perspective all the time about just how special, you know, this area is. We're blessed with an amazing, you know, a variety of waterfowl, variety of habitats for them, a variety of production, and then of course we get the pipeline and migration from Saskatchewan and Manitoba. So we really can't get much better than what we have right here. So Northern Flight Guide Service, I have a partner, Mike Scheel. Him and I started that in 1988. So we're 32 years into the game. So part of our success is that we've been doing it for a long time. We offer a really unique package cheesy deal for you. You can come to Woodland. You got a great place to stay. We take care of the bird cleaning and processing. We've got great meals. So the food package is all taken care of. You can relax. We've got a real fun bar and restaurant for at night. At the end of the day, everyone's vacation times are so limited nowadays that we want to make it a great experience, but also a lot of fun while you're here. So, we're focusing on shooting birds, obviously, but besides that, we're going to make sure you're very comfortable. You're going to have great food, and you're going to have a good time while you're here.
The outdoors has always been part of my roots, I guess. I growing up in Northeast Ohio, we're pretty well hilly and heavily wooded. So growing up, we had acres and acres. Before they started developing it, but we had probably 1,000 acres of woods right behind my house that I grew up in. So I spent my childhood climbing trees, spending time in the woods. That's all I did. The outdoors has really become my pastime, my hobby. Anytime, especially if it's deer season, if I'm off, I'm usually hunting. So I enjoy hunting. That's kind of my stress relief, and I've always enjoyed hunting. So
there's a lot of good candidates in Grand Forks City, County, all the local agencies, and Ryan just popped out pretty quickly. The reason he did is because of his dedication to everything that he does.
I went to Afghanistan, and then came back home. We had a baby, and then I deployed right away after the baby was born. And I deployed for about 11 months, almost 11 months to Iraq in 2007, and then I deployed again 2008, 2009 back to Afghanistan. So 3 times I went out to Iraq and Afghanistan. So
he comes home to his country, and he gets a law enforcement job to serve his country on the homeland. And he's married, and he has 3 kids, and signs up for the SWAT team. He's on call 24/7. Not only that, but he instructs multiple different subjects with the police department, with the SWAT team. He's a true leader, and he's a true patriot.
So when I got out of the military, I didn't even know if I wanted to get out of the military. To be honest with you, if I would have got a retrain from the military, I would have never got out. I made one last ditch. I tried to retrain into SEER, which is Survival, Evasion, Resistance, and Escape. They're instructors that teach people survival tactics. And I'm an outdoors guy. I love being outside in the woods, and that's kind of my niche. I'm like, and I like teaching people stuff. So I'm like, that's perfect. So I put in a retrain package for that about 6 months prior to getting out. I found out probably about 3 months before I was set to terminate service, or my ETS, as my retrain package was denied. So at that point, it was crossroads decision. Do I stay in? And not saying that I didn't like security forces, but I kind of wanted to do something different. I always kind of had that drive to go into special operations, and I didn't want to be just a cop in the military. So my wife, after talking with her and mulling things over, we had 2 kids at the time, and we made the decision we're just going to get out and try it. So I had a skill, that was there. All the training, I was a military police officer, so to me it was just an easy transition. I don't know, in North Dakota, I don't know that you're gonna find a better place. To be honest with you, it's awesome. I mean, the hunting is awesome, the fishing is awesome up here. I mean, this is a really good place, and they're doing a really good thing here at Woodland Resort. Our guide today, Travis, he's awesome, right? So I got nothing but positive things to say about Woodland Resort, the guide service, and everything. So.
I'm glad that he was excited about it, and some people, you're well aware, some people might say, well, I don't deserve this, or I don't need this. And don't get me wrong, he's that kind of guy. But I really liked one of the responses he said is that a lot of people put a lot of time into this and wanting to show their appreciation for me. So I don't want to let them down. Like, I want to let them know that I'm grateful and thankful and appreciative of what they did, and and that's why he's been so receptive, and that makes it even more awesome.
Skeeter continues to set the standard, and right now through June 20th, you can launch into your summer with sizzling rebates of up to $1,500 on the new FXR Limited, up to $2,500 on the new FXR Apex, double rebates of up to $3,000 on the ZX190 and ZX250, and up to $1,500 on the all-new ZXR series. Skeeter's summer sizzling savings is happening now through June 20th. Visit your local dealer or SkeeterBoats.com to see why now is the best time to buy the Skeeter of your dreams.
Woodland Resort is located on the north shore of the famous Devil's Lake in North Dakota. Whether you're hunting, fishing, or just here to relax, Woodland Resort has the amenities to keep you comfortable. Woodland Resort is the only full-service lakeside resort on Devil's Lake, with 6 types of lodging options, including the new Legendary Suites, a convenient bait and tackle shop, indoor air-conditioned fish cleaning station, and much more. To learn more about a getaway for all seasons, log on to woodlandresort.com.
Introducing the Yamaha EF2200 IS with a powerful Yamaha engine that enables it to deliver high power output to run higher demand devices with ease. Plus, Yamaha Quiet technology, meaning low noise operation. Whether it's for the campground, tailgating, work on the farm or job site, or for peace of mind at home, the EF2200 IS is a tremendous companion for years of worry-free and reliable performance.
Wheeler's Point Resort is a year-round operation located on the world-famous Lake of the Woods, right at the mouth of the Rainy River. Wheeler's Point Resort specializes in fully guided fishing charters, guided ice fishing services, boat and dock rentals, comfy cabins, space for camping, and a restaurant on site. Explore the Northland at Wheeler's Point Resort.
Now it's time for the Scheels Hometown Hero.
Welcome to Scheels Hometown Heroes.
Scheels Hometown Heroes is a way for us to say thanks
to those that serve our country and our community
and are still giving back to others today.
We honor your service by sharing your stories.
From all of us at Scheels, thank you for your service.
Hey guys, it's Karin from the Fargo Scheels store, and I am here today at the Cass County Sheriff's Department to surprise our next hometown hero, Todd Simonson.
Hello.
Hi Todd.
Todd, how are you?
Hey, on behalf of Scheels, we want to recognize you as our hometown hero and thank you for your service to our country and our community.
Gosh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Absolutely, thank you so much.
Yeah.
When people say, where are you from? I usually just say around here, because, you know, I'm Ada and Valley City, so I'm in from this area for sure. And so when I was growing up, my dad is a police officer, godfather as the sheriff, and another godfather as a game warden. It was like, I better be good. My mom and dad owned the ambulance service for Valley City and Barnes County. I started working on the ambulance service with my parents as an EMT and learned all that stuff, and actually went on calls and, you know, just taking care of people and when they were hurt or sick. And so, that's what I really grew up with, and all that they did for the community was just a great example. I know when I was graduating from high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do really, or where I wanted to go, or kind of actually knew that I didn't want to go to college. I just wanted to get out and kind of see the world. Figured the Navy might do that for me, and they certainly did.
He joined when he was 18 and just retired 2 years ago. So he was active or reserve for 35 years, and we've been married 26. So he was deployed 3 times during our marriage when we had kids. One was fairly short, about 3 months on a ship. Another was 5 months on a ship, and then a year in Landstuhl, Germany. So that one was tough. Our kids were pretty little.
Todd, he likes to help. He'll go out of his way to help anybody. He is constantly trying to volunteer for things. I don't have to beg people to work, because I know Todd's going to be right there to volunteer if he can. As soon as he's got time, he'll do it. He just loves the volunteering thing, and he keeps asking, how can I help? How can I help? This is Todd's personality in a nutshell.
I retired from the military, so that allowed me the time. Now was the time in life to want to give back to my community. Luckily, I was accepted and trained now and continue to be trained. The training never stops when you're a reserve sheriff's deputy. I can tell you that right now.
As our kids got older, and 2 of them are out of the house now, and we have a little bit more time, he's been able to volunteer for American Heroes and now with the Sheriff Deputy Department, and that's been really fulfilling for him, I believe.
You know, in the few years that I've known Todd, he's always said, anything that I can do for the organization, just let me know, call me at a moment's notice. And that's really one of his greatest strengths, is he's a doer. You know, you reach out to him and you say, Todd, I need you, I got something going on. He's there to help. And that's truly a great trait to find in somebody. He's a great asset to our team and anything really that he does. He's just a one-of-a-kind kind of guy.
It's been nice for him to follow in his dad's footsteps as well. He's pretty proud of that.
Matter of fact, I even brought along, this is my dad's badges. This was probably his first badge when he was started out as a patrolman, and then this is his badge when he was a chief of police in Ada, Minnesota. I think that inspired me to do this and to go into the law enforcement and of volunteering. And I'm very happy that I did. And like I said, just like when the Navy taught me all those skills of like firefighting and all those other combat skills, the Sheriff's Department here in Cass County has taught me the skills that I need to go out in the community and help people and serve.
For 40 years, S&S Promotional Group has been in the business of image, your image. We've built a business on the philosophies of hard work, ethical business practices, and a dedication to serve our customers and employees. We specialize in custom branding through numerous products. We offer limited edition commemoratives, screen printing, embroidery, graphic design, and we're partnered with dozens of the nation's top suppliers. Our products and services help you reach your branding goals. We are your dependable, on-time, on-target solution.
January 4th, Woodland Resort, Devil's Lake, North Dakota. On the surface, an ice fishing tournament to benefit getting heroes and veterans into the outdoors. But underneath, 2 Vietnam War veterans, Devil's Lake natives, and friends who bonded over hair.
Well, I'm a barber and he was one of my customers, so you visit.
He's my barber and we just struck up a friendship. I volunteer at the VA clinic here in town, and he also comes in up there, and we got to know each other that way and just developed a friendship.
Though Everett and Joe were fishing in two different spots on Creel Bay, both the fish and the memories were fresh.
Coming home, it was not pleasant. They told us not to wear our uniform, and I didn't have any civilian clothes at the time. I mustered out of Fort Lewis, Washington, and when I was at the airport getting ready to fly back to North Dakota, a young mother came up and threw a dirty diaper at me, and it happened to open up and really got my uniform stained. There were a couple MPs there that took me into the lavatory and helped me clean up, and then they helped me get some civilian clothes. And I flew home in civvies then. My wife, who I'd just been married for 4 months when I got into the service, she was in college, and she said, I would rather you tell my college friends that you just got out of prison and not that you're a Vietnam veteran.
I got out right at Christmas time, and they didn't care if you were military. They wanted the regular public to be flying. So I ended up having to take the train. And I thought, well, at least I'm going home. And I got over the train depot, and there was a whole group of protesters, and they were spitting on me. And I couldn't believe it. I wasn't political, I wasn't anything. I was just getting out, you know. And I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out why they would do that.
While their stories of coming home are unique, they unfortunately are not uncommon. And for most people, similar lived experience can only take them so far. But for these two, it's one of their strengths.
Just to have them around, well, when you're talking, they have a little better understanding of what you're talking about. Sometimes people don't get it.
Some days you just can't shake some of the memories and some of the feelings, and it's good to go and have coffee with somebody that also has some experience, knows where you're coming from. So many times I feel that people think I'm exaggerating or a crybaby about it, and that's not the way it is. It's just something is so embedded in the canyons of my memory, I just can't release them.
That's pretty cool to have someone like that.
Yeah. Everybody needs a friend like that.
American Heroes Outdoors is brought to you by Scheels, Disabled American Veterans of Minnesota, Smoky Hills Outdoor Store, Gate City Bank, Skeeter Boats and Yamaha Outboards, Yamaha Power Products, Woodland Resort, S&S Promotional Group, Wheelers Point Resort, and Ice Castle Fish Houses.